Welcome to the Omega Channel. Here, we'll use the power of language to take you step by step into the world. Hello, everyone. I'm Omega. How's your day?
Hi, everyone. I'm Justin.
We are so happy you are here with us. Today, I want you to just take a deep breath. Just pause for a second. In this fast-changing world, everything is moving so quickly. We're constantly scrolling, rushing, trying to catch up.
With the algorithms, always the algorithms.
Yes. But today on our channel, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to slow down.
I like the sound of that.
We're going to find a little bit of healing in the process of learning. This is a slow and soulful session.
That sounds absolutely lovely, Omega. Bit of calm in the chaos.
Oh.
But I have to say, don't let the slow vibe fool you.
Oh.
Because today we are diving into a topic that completely, and I mean completely, revolutionized the way I operate.
Yeah.
We are talking about the lazy secret to success.
It's a lazy secret. I like that.
Yeah. You know, people often come up to me, usually after they hear I've lived in 5 different countries, from Japan to Vietnam to UK.
Mm-hmm.
And they see that I've picked up languages along the way. They look at me and say, Justin, you must have amazing willpower. You must be made of iron.
I hear that all the time about you, Justin. People really do assume you have this superhuman discipline because of what you've accomplished, and I always have to smile a little.
Oh, don't you dare tell them the truth. You'll ruin my reputation.
I have to. It's the key to today's lesson. The truth is, my co-host here actually has zero willpower.
It is tragically true. I admit it freely. I have absolutely no discipline. If there is a cookie in the room, I will eat the cookie. If my phone is next to me, I will doom scroll on TikTok for 3 hours until my eyes hurt. I am not a superhero. I am a victim of my own impulses.
And that is exactly why today's lesson is so important. For anyone learning English or really trying to improve their life, the secret isn't about becoming a stronger person. It's not about grit. The secret is something called invisible architecture.
Ooh, invisible architecture. Sounds very grand, doesn't it? Like we're building skyscrapers.
It does, but it is so practical. And everyone, please stick around because at the very end of this episode, we have a surprise bonus story from Justin about a time in Tokyo.
Hi.
It involves a very tiny apartment and a yoga mat, and it changes everything. You do not want to miss it.
It's a good one. It involves me making a fool of myself, essentially. But before we get to the architecture of our rooms, Omega, we need to look at the architecture of our expectations.
Yes. Let's look at the math.
Because when we talk about building a habit, people think they need to do something massive.
Right. This huge misconception that massive success requires massive action. They think, I need to study for 3 hours today or it doesn't count.
Exactly.
But the source of our wisdom today, the incredible book Atomic Habits, argues the exact opposite. It talks about the 1% rule.
The 1% rule. I love this concept, but let me play devil's advocate for a moment, Omega.
Okay.
1% sounds like, well, nothing. It sounds insignificant. If I'm trying to learn English, 1% feels like a joke. Break it down for us.
Okay, so it's simple compound interest. If you get just 1% better every single day, just a tiny, almost invisible improvement, by the end of 1 year, you aren't twice as good.
No.
You are 37 times better.
37 times. That is massive. That's exponential growth.
It is. But here is the catch. And this is where most English learners, they fail.
The catch.
If I learn just one new word today, Justin, that is 1%. Does that make me fluent?
No, definitely not. You probably feel exactly the same as you did yesterday.
Ew.
You might even feel a bit silly for only learning one word.
Exactly. And if I do it again tomorrow, one more word, I still don't feel fluent. I look in the mirror and I see the same person. This brings us to a concept called the Valley of Disappointment.
Oh, I know that valley well. It's a dark and lonely place.
It is.
It's that period where you are putting in the work, but the results haven't shown up yet.
It's like when I try to diet. I eat a salad on Monday. I go for a run on Tuesday. I look in the mirror on Wednesday. And I am still the same weight.
Yes.
So I say, rubbish, this diet doesn't work, and I order a pizza.
That is it, precisely.
Yeah.
You give up because there is a gap between what you expect to happen and what actually happens. We expect progress to be linear, but it's not. To explain this, I want everyone to visualize an ice cube.
Okay, an ice cube.
Just imagine you are sitting in a freezing cold room. It is, let's say, 25 degrees Fahrenheit, and there is an ice cube on the table in front of you.
Okay, I can see it. It is solid ice. It's shivering cold.
You start to heat the room.
Okay.
Slowly, it goes from 25 to 26 degrees. What happens to the ice?
Nothing. It's still frozen solid.
27 degrees,
Yeah.
28,
Okay.
29. You are burning energy. You are putting in the effort.
Still nothing. Honestly, at this point, if I were the person in the room, I'd think the heater's broken.
Right.
I'm putting in all this energy, and the result is zero. The ice hasn't changed at all. That is exactly how studying English feels for the first few months. You study for a week, 30 degrees, 31 degrees. Still solid ice. You feel like you are wasting your time. But then you hit 32 degrees.
And it melts.
It starts to melt. Suddenly there is water. Now, Justin, here is the big question. Was it that last degree from 31 to 32 that did all the work?
No. Of course not. It was all the degrees before that. The 26, the 27, the 28. All that invisible work was storing up energy.
Precisely. This is what we call latent potential. When you study English for 10 minutes in the morning and feel no progress, you are just heating the room.
I am just heating the room.
Yeah.
I like that. It reframes the frustration.
You're at 28 degrees. You haven't hit the melting point yet, but you must not quit.
Right. But Omega, even if I understand the math, logic doesn't always drive behavior. Sometimes I know I should do it. I have a goal, like I want to be fluent, but I still procrastinate.
That brings us to our second big lesson today. And this one is a deep one. It's the difference between goals and identity.
Goals versus identity.
Or, as I like to call it, stop trying and start being.
Stop trying, start being. That sounds a bit philosophical for a Tuesday, Omega. Can we make it practical?
We can. A goal is about a result you want to achieve. Identity is about the type of person you wish to become. Let's do a little role play.
Oh, I love a role play. Who am I?
You are a smoker, but you are trying to quit.
Okay. Smoker trying to quit. Got it.
So imagine we are at a party. I offer you a cigarette. Hey, Justin, would you like a smoke?
No thanks, Omega. I'm trying to quit.
Okay. That sounds like a reasonable answer, right?
It does. I'm telling you my goal.
But listen closely to your words. I am trying to quit. By saying that, you're admitting that deep down, you still believe you are a smoker.
Ah. My identity is still smoker.
Yeah.
I'm just a smoker on a pause.
Now let's try again. Same scenario, but this time you have changed your identity. I offer you a cigarette.
No thanks. I'm not a smoker.
Boom. Do you feel the difference in energy?
I do. I'm not a smoker. It's final. It's a statement of fact. It's who I am. There's no internal struggle.
Exactly. True behavior change is identity change.
This is brilliant. But I have to ask the difficult question for our listeners. It's easy to say, I'm not a smoker. But if I am a beginner in English, how can I say, I am a serious English learner? I'll feel like a liar.
That is a very real feeling, imposter syndrome. You cannot just fake it, you have to earn it. And this is where the concept of the vote comes in.
The vote, like in an election.
Yes, every single time you take an action, you are casting a vote for the type of person you want to be.
Okay, so how do I cast a vote?
Well, if you wake up and you open your English book and read just one sentence, you have cast a vote for the identity of I am a studious person.
Just one sentence counts as a vote?
Yes. It doesn't have to be a big vote. It just has to be a vote.
I see. So if I lie in bed scrolling social media, I'm casting a vote for I am a distracted person.
Exactly. You are building evidence. And the goal is not to be perfect. In an election, do you need 100% of the votes to win?
No, you just need the majority.
That is so freeing, isn't it? So if you have a bad day, you haven't lost the election. Tomorrow, you can cast 2 votes for the learner identity.
That is really powerful, Omega. It shifts the focus from I need to be perfect to I just need to cast a vote.
So Justin, how do we actually make sure we cast that vote? Because 6:00 a.m. is difficult. My bed is warm. It's hard to make good choices.
This is where we get to my favorite part. The lazy secret I promised. It's all about environment design.
Okay, tell us about the 10-inch rule.
The 10-inch rule is magic. If you want to build a morning habit, do not rely on your memory or motivation. You must place the object of your habit within 10 inches of where your body will be.
Within 10 inches, that's very specific. Give us an example.
Okay, you want to study English in the morning?
Yeah.
Most people leave their textbook on the bookshelf across the room.
Which seems logical. It's only a few steps away.
Those few steps are what we call friction. At 6 a.m., Walking across the cold floor feels like climbing Mount Everest.
Haha, it does.
So instead, you put the book on your pillow when you make your bed, or put it directly on top of your phone on the nightstand.
On top of the phone, that is smart. You are physically blocking the distraction.
Yes. So when you reach for your alarm, you touch the English book first. It is within the 10-inch zone.
And once we have the book in our hand, what is the minimum step here? We don't have to read a whole chapter.
Absolutely not. Remember, we are just casting a vote. The minimum viable step is open the book.
Just open it.
Just open it. If you read one word, amazing. You cast a vote. But the goal is just to open it. We want to reduce the friction to 0.
I love that. It lowers the barrier so much that you feel silly not doing it. But Justin, what about digital learning? Our phones are distraction machines.
The ultimate distraction machines.
Yeah.
But we can design the environment inside the phone, too. We call this low-friction design.
How do we do that?
Look at your phone's home screen, the first screen you see. What is on it? Instagram, TikTok.
For most people, yes. The fun stuff.
That is low friction for distraction.
Hmm.
You need to change the digital architecture. Move all the social media apps into a folder on the very last page of your phone.
Make them hard to find. Increase the friction.
Exactly. And then take your English app and put it right in the center of the home screen. Make it the only thing you see.
So you are clearing the path for the good behavior. You're making it the path of least resistance.
You are lazily falling into success.
I love that phrase. But we also need to talk about the opposite. I want to introduce the concept of high friction for the things we want to stop doing.
Oh, like my bad habit of checking emails in bed at night.
Exactly. Be honest, Justin. Why do you check your phone in bed?
Because it is right there.
Hey!
It's on my nightstand, charging next to my head.
It is low friction. It is easy. So how do we add friction to stop this?
Well, based on this theory, I shouldn't just try harder. I should, move the charger
Where?
to the kitchen.
Yes. Put the phone charger in the kitchen.
But Omega, then I won't have my alarm clock next to me.
Buy an old-fashioned alarm clock. They cost $10. Think about it. You wake up, you want to check Instagram, but you are warm in bed. The kitchen is cold.
And because I am lazy, I won't go.
Well, exactly. You are too lazy to do the bad habit. You have used high friction to protect your peace.
That is brilliant. It turns my laziness into a superpower.
And that is how you design a life where success is the default option. We are not chasing results. We are becoming the kind of person who does these things.
We are building the environment that builds us. That is a quote for the wall, Omega.
It really is. And speaking of environments that build us, Justin, you mentioned earlier a story about your time in Japan.
Ah, yes.
I think this is the perfect time for our surprise bonus. You promised us a story about the zero friction life.
The surprise bonus. Yes, I did. So I was living in Tokyo. And if anyone listening has lived in Tokyo, you know that these apartments can be cozy.
By cozy, you mean tiny.
I mean microscopic. I
Yeah.
could touch the front door and the back wall at the same time. And I really wanted to get into the habit of stretching every day.
And you struggled to start, I'm guessing?
Oh, it was terrible. I had this yoga mat rolled up in the closet. The idea of digging it out, unrolling it, it was too much friction. I never did it.
So how did you solve it?
Well, I looked at my tiny room and I realized I don't really have space to walk anyway. So I took my yoga mat, I unrolled it, and I laid it on the floor, and I left it there permanently.
It became the floor.
Pretty much. It became the carpet. To get from my bed to the bathroom, I had to step on the yoga mat.
You made it impossible to avoid.
Exactly. The friction was 0. And here's the amazing thing that happened. Because I was already stepping on the mat, I would just stop. And I'd do one stretch. Maybe touch my toes.
Just one vote for the identity of a yogi.
Just one vote. But that one stretch turned into 5 minutes, then 10 minutes. And suddenly, without any willpower, I was doing yoga every single day.
That is such a beautiful example. You didn't become a disciplined person and then start doing yoga. You changed your floor, and the floor made you a disciplined person.
Exactly. It was the environment. And it mirrored that discipline we often admire in Asian cultures. That consistency. It started with a piece of rubber on the floor.
I love that story. It proves that small, continuous actions really do lead to a major shift.
So, to everyone listening, look at your floor. What is one thing you can put in your way?
That is your challenge for today. Find your yoga mat. Find your 10-inch rule. And cast that first vote for the new you.
Absolutely. Don't wait for motivation. Trust your room.
Thank you for watching the Omega channel. I hope today's lesson was helpful. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and turn on notifications. See you next time.
Keep learning, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Cheerio.